This is the pen to your paper, the wheels to your car, the filter to your coffee. This is the one thing that you need to solve all of your problems. And using it with AI will unlock potential like you've never seen before. Meet the outcome framework. Hey everyone, I'm Mike. I'm an AI strategist where day to day I help large corporations solve some of their most complex problems with AI. And personally, I use AI to optimize my own life and my family. Too often I find when we're trying to solve problems, we jump right in. We spin our wheels, we wonder why we get stuck. We download tools, but we don't know how to use them. We chase advice, and we really don't approach things in a very methodical way. We wonder why we get stuck, or why are we achieving or not achieving something to the levels which we would like. Well, this video here is going to show you how outcome frameworks can help you achieve the outcomes that you're really after and get that success that you want. This video is going to be the first part of a series, and we're going to first today introduce the framework, help you understand what is the outcome framework, what are the components, and how do you go through it. And then next, we're going to look at practical ways that you can use this. For example, landing a job interview. How can you apply this framework? And we're going to walk through step by step in the next video how you can use this for something like preparing for a job interview. But I do want to hear from you. So in the comments below, I'd love to understand what challenges are you dealing with. And I will pick a random challenge from the comments and I will walk through in a future video how we can use the outcome framework to solve that problem. It's going to be really fun. All right, let's jump through the outcome framework. And let's start with the first step. Define the outcome. What does good look like? It's that simple. Step 2, map the influences. What are all the components that are important to achieving that outcome? Step 3, identify knowledge and skills. So these are the 3 core steps that are super critical to follow. They're simple, yet super effective for solving problems. And let's look at a real example of how we can bring this to life using a job interview. So let's start by defining the outcome. In this case, you want to get a job from an interview, right? You might be looking for a new job. You might want to change careers, whatever that might be. This is a very common problem that we all have to deal with. So step 2 is mapping the influences. So let's break down all the components of what does a good job interview look like? Well, it starts with interview performance. Do you answer the questions well and effectively? Company research, do you understand what the company has, done, what they do, their values, what they care about? Were you referred, or how did you get that first, interview or conversation? Is it the right time for the company to hire you? Are you the best, most qualified candidate of the candidates that the company is looking at? Do you have the confidence and experience to really stand out? These are all of the things that are being evaluated when you're in an interview. So let's move on to the next step and talk about the skills and knowledge. Company values and needs. Do you demonstrate that you have knowledge of what the company does, what they value, and what they need? Do you understand the common questions that will be asked in an interview? Do you understand how to talk about yourself in a way that clearly communicates the value that you bring to a company? Are you able to articulate yourself in a clear, concise, and effective way, answering questions succinctly? And are you able to ask thoughtful questions? So these are all components that you need to be evaluating and thinking about if you want to optimize the job interview. So let's now apply this to AI. Imagine you're talking to someone with an IQ of 130. They're sharp, like win trivia night without Googling it sharp, but they might not have depth in a lot of areas, but they have a lot of broad-based knowledge. That's kind of what AI is. It's very vast, like it can cover any topic that any human has ever written down, but it doesn't have the depth of, say, an expert in a particular domain. And that's what we have to try to do to really optimize and work with AI. We have to add that depth. And so this is where the outcome framework really adds value. Defining the outcome is like giving an intern or a new hire the level of focus that they need on the task and the outcome that you want to achieve. Mapping the influence is like filtering out all of the noise that's out there and only caring about the elements that are really important or the ones that you want to be prioritized. Identifying the knowledge and skills is all about the capabilities in the repository that's in your brain or someone's brain that allows you to achieve things as optimized as possible. So when we use this in the context of a job interview, we define, here's the outcome we want to achieve. We want to get the job from the interview. We say, these are the elements that we care about. So for example, I want to understand what the company's values are. Have you gone onto the company's website? Have you looked at their values? Have you then pulled down that information? And then have you shared that with ChatGPT in a way that you could do mock interviews and better prepare for the interview? So in the next video, what we're going to walk through are the step-by-step process of applying this outcome framework to the job interview and how I would actually do that if I was interviewing for a job. And so we're going to have a resume, we're going to have a company and a job, and we're going to go through the exact process. And I'm going to show you step by step how we would do this. So if this video gave you any clarity on the framework and the methodology, then hit subscribe. Let me know in the comments below if you found this helpful. We're really trying to solve real practical problems, and this framework has been so instrumental in doing that for me, both professionally and personally. So let's get smarter, one problem at a time.